They got some issues with us. Why? Cause we young with the sauce and we driving the cars and they still on the bus. If we don't drive it, it's Uber. Go if we don't like it. They gotta walk with the moving and living and cut all the talking and do it. Wait, Trey West, I got no manners. These boys ain't got no answers. In the booth with on them, getting jiggy on them, but I'm no dancer. Real gifted like I know Santa. Real but I'm whoa. Real different, ain't got no talent. Whoa, with the dogs, so there's no talent.
Aerial Powers, welcome to 2K TV. So excited to have you on. I've wanted to have you on the show for a long time, so I am super excited that you're here right now. I know you're in the WNBA bubble. How is that and what's going on?
It's great. My internet is back and active, so I am in a wonderful state right now.
What have you been up to in the bubble?
Just right now, getting ready, trying to stay prepared and stay healthy, and then of course doing my streaming stuff.
Well, tell us a little bit more about your streaming activity.
I'm doing a lot of 2K, of course, and there's not a lot of things going on right now. Sports are finally getting back into the world, right? So that's what I've been doing.
So I know you're big into 2K. What most?
Coming up next, the Lakers taking on the Wizards. For the Los Angeles Lakers, a stellar year has put them at the top of the Western Conference. First place doesn't come easy, but you know what? They've worked for every single win. Wizards, Lakers, coming right up. Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for LeBron.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, small ball has become the trend in the NBA, but it might be more accurate to call it average ball. With defensive switching twice as common as it was 5 years ago, the demand is rising for players of average NBA height, and that's around 6'7". Kevin, that's affected not just the big men, but the vertically challenged guys as well.
Point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
And now Washington starting group. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with C.J. Miles. And it's Bryant in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, up front it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Cook in at the point guard position. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. The pass to Davis. Over Bryant. Offensive rebound. Goes up with it again. Finds it again. Here's Davis. And finally, that one's good.
You know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Wall looking for an opening. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Bryant. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Bryant's got his second basket of the night. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Let's look at that feed.
Back to Beal. Feeds it to Miles. Shoots over Kuzma. Another one falls for Washington. And here's Caldwell Pope. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New Orleans. Beal with the steal. To the wing on the left. Wall passes to Miles. The kick out to Wall. Outside Beal. Bryant finds Beal. 5 to shoot. The 15-footer. The Lakers with the rebound. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
The Lakers have on 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. James with the bucket.
Not going to miss many chances from that range. That's LeBron's wheelhouse there.
Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Beal. The Wizards with another miss. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
You know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted.
Washington shooting their first free throws here tonight. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. The Wizards with the lead. Wall passes to Hachimura. Back to Wall. Beal against Caldwell Pope. Passes to Bryant. Clock at 6. Back to Beal. Here's Hachimura. Covered by LeBron. Hachimura. And Davis sends it back.
I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground. And because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Kuzma outside. It's deflected. Caldwell Pope outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Beal taking his time here. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's LeBron. He had 19 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the chart. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And the Lakers with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anthony Davis. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Bradley subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. The Wizards also changing it up. Troy Brown's checked in for Hachimura. Smith comes in for Bradley Beal. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Now, here's Mahinmi. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
And that one misses. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Brown following the score by Avery Bradley. Here's Hachimura. He's guarded by Howard. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Checked in for the Wizards. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Pass to Howard. Here is Cook. Three-pointer. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Brown. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Hachimura. Wizards passing it around.
And you got to be careful with Cousins around. His shot blocking can be a factor.
Over Howard. Here's Brown. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Tie game in Los Angeles. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his doubters wrong.
Ever since I was a little boy, they always said, you're not going to be this good in high school. Then when I got to high school and played pretty well, they said, well, you're not going to do that good in college. And when I got to college, they said, well, the NBA, those guys are too big. They're too fast, too strong. The things you do in college won't work in the NBA. And I've just kept pushing ever since. I have a goal of mine, that's I want to be one of the best little guys to ever play the game.
Well, no question about it, Greg. Isaiah Thomas still plays with something to prove.
You know, wanting to show he still belongs. That fiery competitiveness is why his teammates love him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura out there with Brown, and it's Smith, and there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Thomas in a shooting guard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing. And all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy. Gets coming downhill at you.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Bryant is checked in for Mahinmi. Peartonis comes in for Hachimura. Bradley Beal's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And John Wall subbed in for Ish Smith. Took him no time at all on that one.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Outside Bradley. Cousins against Bryant. Cousins, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Bradley against Beal. Rebounded by McGee.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Cousins with it. Working on Bergeron. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Quinn Cook.
And everyone knows when Cousins controls his emotions, he's one of the very best centers in the game.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Bryant.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Now, here's Bradley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles with another miss.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Here's Cousins. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Bryant. Beal finds Brown. Wizards passing it around. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Shot from free throw range. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Davis is checked in for the Lakers. CJ Miles, he's checked in for the Wizards. Down low, here's Caldwell-Pope, and that one is stuffed right through.
And with the leaping ability that Caldwell-Pope possesses, he knows when to bounce to the rack and throw it down.
Now, here's Wall. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. And Beal kicks to Miles. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bryant. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Now here's Beal, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. Berton's shot is good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Outside Bradley. 1:12 left here in the second, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Quinn Cook comes in for Avery Bradley. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Davis Bertans. Ish Smith, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. .110 left in the second quarter. Davis inside. He gets it in there. Davis has got 6.
And, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding. Staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Kuzma with it. Now Beal defending. Kuzma, that's good. And now a 4-point Laker lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Beal against Kuzma. Out to Smith. And the pass to Mahimi. And it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hachimura. The Wizards with another miss. Kuzma outside. Passes it to Howard. That one falls. Howard's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Frank Vogel. Coach, the team finished the first half very strong. How did that happen?
Triggered by our defense. We've talked about for days getting back to defending and so we can get out and run, and we finally got some stops.
That is your team's identity. Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it? Yes, sir. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. And taking a look at the Lakers, Jeff, what you think?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Thomas Bryant really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Lakers right now, up front it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Cook in at the 1 spot. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Wizards trail by 8. Deal with it. He's got 6. to the inside. Here's Bertanis. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Lakers leading by 6. LeBron dishes to Davis. Unloads from 13. That shot off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Here's Beal. Lays it up off the glass. Beal's got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
You know, for Los Angeles, they haven't needed any time to find their footing this season. The guys gelled right away. The coaching staff has done a terrific job. It's been a dream start to the year for them.
Yeah, and you can tell they enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry amongst this group, and they've been having fun as they've gotten off to this good start.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Caldwell Pope's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And Beal about a 25, 5, and 5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better. And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 23 points per, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Pass to James. Fades back. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bertanis passes to Wall. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Caldwell Pope against Beal with a tie, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Outside for Davis for 3. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Anthony Davis. And Dwight Howard subbed in for JaVale McGee.
Dwight Howard.
3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Helps to have a shooting guard who can block shots, a real bonus, and Caldwell Pope does a nice job at stiff-arming shooters.
Wall, no luck.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The 10-footer finds the target. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points in the quarter. And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
You know, one of the things I like about Wall, Kevin, is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Howard kicks to Cook. The pass to LeBron. Now here's Howard. 4 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Washington calls timeout.
And last season, actually not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahimi's checked in for Davis Bertans. Troy Brown comes in for Hachimura. Ish Smith, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for John Wall. Mahimi finds Thomas. That shot, no good. Excellent D from Howard. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injury.
When Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Mahimi passes to Bryant. In the corner, Smith with it. Bryant dishes to Brown. Puts it up from 15. The Wizards with another miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
To me, just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Now Smith to end the run. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Boy, I love how Smith zips the ball when he's out there. His teammates love him because they know he's always looking to set them up.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Brown. Ish Smith is out there with Thomas. And there's Bryant, and it's Mahimi in at the center, filling out the middle. Smith finds Thomas. Nice ball movement by Washington. Brown outside. Passes it to Bryant. Now Mahimi. Pass to Brown. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kuzma outside. Pass to Cousins. Over Thomas. Howard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
Washington calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. The Wizards also changing it up. Davis Bertans checks in for Mahinmi. Hachimura comes in for Brown. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Ish Smith. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Los Angeles making a switch here. McGee's checked in. John Wall's checked in for the Wizards. Caldwell Pope against Wall. Back to Caldwell Pope. Lets it go with a three. Cans it from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. Washington shooting around 41% on the night. Shoots from 12. A rebound by Cook.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And there's the pass to McGee. Back to Cook. Caldwell Pope outside. Looking for Kuzma. He gets it there. The 9-foot shot. And again, it's the Lakers.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's Cook. The offensive rebound. Davis. And he makes good on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit. And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim.
Here's Beal. Here's Bryant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Shooting two. They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the first one drops. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled them.
Wizards trail by 12. And it's Beal in the corner. Pass to Wall. trying to free himself up. A shot, no good. Free tee that time from Davis. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Misses the three. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Their tennis passes to Hachimura. Ball stolen. And here we go with Cook heading to the hoop. And the dunk by James.
Tell you what, you can't afford to lose track of LeBron. I mean, because that's what happens when you do. He'll find a way to get in there and grab the rebound and convert.
Here's Wall. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And so many times we see someone step up and take charge, and tonight that happened here. It was a nice performance for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And it's just competing. Giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Top of the key, Beal. McGee against Wall. Here's Bryant, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had a clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.